What's up, everybody? James Duggan here with IGN, bringing you some Call of Duty Modern Warfare gameplay that I captured at the review event in LA, and this took place about a week and a half before the game is slated to come out this Friday. So by the time you see this video, you'll be right on the precipice of playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare yourself. I'm playing on a map called Tvorsk District, and this is, to my knowledge, the largest map that will release with Call of Duty Modern Warfare. It is a ground war map, and it is absolutely massive. It's kind of analogous to something like Battlefield 4's Siege of Shanghai. You can see me on the top of this huge building just raining hell down on these folks at Sea Point, and these are not bots. These are enemy players, believe it or not. Getting hit by a counter UAV, which kind of has this EMP effect. And this size of map, I love it. It's absolutely chaotic. It reminds me, you're going to get tired of me saying this, but it reminds me of Battlefield in all the best ways, in the sense that you don't necessarily need to play the objective. You can just have a good time. You can just get some headshots on top of a building and feel good about yourself. But with that said, I think these larger ground war maps are nowhere near as streamlined as some of the more tight-knit, conventional Call of Duty fare. Stuff like the TDM maps we'll see later on, the gunfight maps, those all feel very, very refined. Well, Tvorsk District feels a little bit more like the Wild West, and a great example of that is this building that I'm getting all these headshots from. This is one of the tallest buildings on the map that you can access via a helicopter, or you can hoof it up literally 15 flights of stairs, which takes, I don't know, somewhere like a minute or maybe even a little bit longer of just running up this copy-pasted stair platform asset to get to the top and die from a claymore. So this next map is called Euphrates, and this is a TDM-20 map that I think is at or above the bar that has been historically set for Call of Duty in terms of fidelity and attention to detail, and just polish in terms of map design. So this is obviously a bridge map, but unlike a lot of bridge maps and shooters, the majority of the action takes place perpendicular to the bridge, like what I'm doing now, which is essentially peeking into the enemy team's spawn here. Though there is some fighting that happens parallel on the bridge, but that's not where the vast majority of the conflict occurs. This dude at the end thinks I can't see his helmet, but surprise, dude, I 100% can. Sniping totally stole the show for me in Call of Duty Modern Warfare, specifically on PC. I just had a really good time with it. The idea that you can have a bolt-action sniper rifle and it kills in a single shot, I know that's nothing new to the Call of Duty franchise. I'm pretty eclectic. I play a lot of shooters, and just being able to whip body shots for an instant kill was a ton of fun.
Care package ready.
X-ray down.
Precision airstrike standing by.
All right, let's move on to the main event, as it were, the reason you clicked this video, this crazy kill streak that I got during this preview event. This is another ground war map called Anya. I'm using the HDR here, and I'm using Overkill to get an M4 as well, and I think that Overkill is kind of back to original Modern Warfare levels of being just absolutely nasty. It gives you so much versatility, and it really feels like a must-pick for me, at least. If you're proficient in multiple kinds of weapons, then I think you absolutely just get all the benefits with none of the drawbacks, because there really aren't any, aside from not being able to pick those other perks in that same tree. So Anya is my favorite ground war map, because it feels the most like Call of Duty to me. And I know that's kind of a weird critique and a weird thing to say, but maybe that's a gross oversimplification of why I like it. It just felt as though I was able to kind of worry about what was happening in a very immediate sense. I was able to play somewhat myopically and be like, all right, there's this building on B point, and I'm just going to rain hell on B point here using the laser designator to call in a cluster strike, which is a kill streak. And I end up getting quite a few kills here. Getting a nice head pick there. Sniping Call of Duty Modern Warfare on PC, tons of fun. My God, did I have a good time. I'm trying to throw up a drone here, end up missing that shot. I ended up experimenting with a lot of the different tacticals. There's a new tactical in the full release build that allows you to silence your footsteps. Normally that was a perk, but now it's kind of very, very powerful. So you get to silence your footsteps for a limited amount of time and also increase your movement speed. That was a perk that I played around with and liked a lot, but in something as chaotic as ground war, I really, really think you want situational awareness, and that's exactly what the tactical surveillance drone does. So this is not a kill streak reward. This is a tactical, like the stim or like the stopping rounds ammo. I actually spot a guy right next to me. I'm right next to this guy, so I decided to bounce out of the drone here for a second and pick up a double kill with these folks who are just completely oblivious to me being up there. And you basically allow you get these chevrons above people's heads, and you can see those through walls. And actually, I'll pull up a clip here from Cyber Attack, which is a one death and you're out kind of mode, and I get this amazing X-ray kill just because one of my teammates had the foresight to be able to use this drone very early in our kind of play testing. So very powerful stuff. All right, jumping back to the kill streak here on Anya. This is the same clip that we left off on. I get the chopper gunner kill there. I use a little bit of editing shenanigans here because I wasn't able to call it in initially because the airspace was too crowded, but we're going to go ahead and jump in the chopper gunner, which this is the first time I'm using this. Actually, that's not true. I got a chopper gunner kill in the beta, but still relatively new to this, and I keep forgetting that you can move it. Yeah, you can fly the chopper gunner around. You have missiles, which I'm going to use here in a second, and you get this really, really nice heads-up display that just kind of shows you generally if you're going to be able to kill somebody. So we have these two targets that I can't hit, but I can thread the needle there and get both of them with the missile. On ground war, something like a chopper gunner I don't think is nearly as much of a threat because the number of players, it dies very quickly, as you're about to see right now. Gets taken down with a lot of ground-to-air missiles, and that's not something you can actively mitigate with flares, to my knowledge. You kind of just have to take it, and your kill streak dies. But hopefully get a couple kills before that happens. We're going to keep things going. This was, again, with that editing shenanigans, this is a new life. So kill streak ended, starting a new kill streak here. There's one kill with the M4. Just holding this lane, deciding that I am going to use some claymores here, set up, and kind of bounce back to defend E because I see E is being capped. And I want to be a proactive player. Wow, that is a sick Tokyo drift, man. That is very impressive. I'm not even sure if anybody's in that tank or if it just kind of did that. That's an only in Battlefield moment right there. A wacky, glitchy tank in a Call of Duty game, no less. So pick up this double kill on E. They've got E, and I'm going to try and make a push for it. Get the personal radar activation there, which I don't really know how I felt. I feel like I still have to kind of like feel out the kill streaks. And securing E, and going to decide to go straight back to that C point because we're doing a pretty good job contesting this. In spite of me sniping here and kind of being somewhat greedy with the kills, because, hey, that's what makes for interesting footage, and I'm here to capture, I did want to win. So I did want to play the objective here, working my way through this derelict building, picking up a kill there with the M4, and I kind of attribute my ability to get this kill streak to at least somewhat overkill and that perk. It's just so nasty being able to have the M4, which is a total top-tier, close to mid-range weapon, even long-range a bit, but then having the HDR, which is a one-shot body shot kill for the most part. Picking up another cluster strike here, and I'm bringing this down right on B point again. Worked last time, hopefully it'll work this time, and as you're about to see, it's definitely going to. So going up into another chopper gunner kill streak here, and we're going to come back to this kill streak, but briefly I just want to talk about a couple of the weapons that really stood out to me that were just a lot of fun to use, the first of which being the MP5, not a weapon that I experimented with a lot in the closed beta. Got my hands on it for a couple of games and really, really enjoyed it. Weapon progression in Call of Duty Modern Warfare is a little bit different than it was in previous entries in the sense there is no weapon prestige. Instead of that, you just have about 3 times the normal progression, so it's a much longer tail in terms of unlocking these attachments. With the gunsmith, and the customization there is really, really significant, especially when you factor in the fact that you don't have to use all 5 attachment slots. If you just take a conventional AK-47 and you put a short barrel on there, and you put a quick swap magazine and a light foldable stock, all of a sudden you kind of have a makeshift AK-74U. Conversely, if you put a heavy barrel on with an extended drum magazine, a bipod, and a rifle stock, now you have an RPD. So you can really kind of mix and match and make the gun your own and modify the original purpose of the weapon for that specific archetype that was in, and I think that serves as some pretty good progression. Here's a nice one-shot 2 kills. And there you have it. Those were my favorite clips from the Call of Duty Modern Warfare review event that I attended. If you want to see more, follow me on Twitter at ThugginDuggan for hot takes, as well as some decent gameplay like you saw today. And for all things first-person shooters, you're already in the right place here at IGN.